How to prevent GNOME Shell's Alt plus Tab from grouping windows from similar apps. I love pretty much everything about how GNOME Shell handles app switching through Alt plus Tab. My one gripe with it, though, is how it forces the user to use Alt plus, or Alt plus whatever key above the Tab key for known as keyboard layouts, to switch between windows of the same app. This is very annoying for me, because now I have to keep in mind if the last window I was using belonged to the same app as the current window or not. Definitely a nuisance for power users who thinks in terms of windows I'm working with instead of applications I'm working on. I've tried the Alternate Tab extension, but it looks way too ugly for me. Not to mention that in the end all I want is to remap Alt plus key above Tab to Alt plus Tab on this application. I guess one option would be to just tweak GNOME Shell. My guess is that I should tinker with the alttab.js file app. But the file is too long and overwhelming for someone like me, who doesn't know JavaScript. Does anyone know how I can make GNOME Shell stop grouping windows by applications?
For anyone who is using Ubuntu 18, to give you the same behavior as for example on Windows 10. Go to Settings and GT, Devices and GT, Keyboard, look for the keyboard shortcut for switch windows, set this to the shortcut Alt plus Tab, this will overwrite the old shortcut. If you now press Alt plus Tab you will be able to directly select all open windows without grouping into the different apps.
Open Conf Editor. Go to breaktime equals 1/. Move the value Alt, Tab from switch applications to switch windows. Optionally move Shift, Alt, Tab from switch applications backward to switch windows backward. If you want switch windows to work across desktops, not just in the current desktop, you can also uncheck breaktime equals 1/, courtesy of HRBata. Closed Conf Editor. If using X11, press Alt, F2, then type R to restart GNOME. The last step does not always appear to be necessary, but it should not hurt, especially since it does not close any of your running applications. It will not work, and is not necessary for Wayland.
From the comment by Zaf on this Ergo project blog post, I have learned that Alt plus Escape will cycle through all windows without grouping by application. This was the simplest solution for me, and I'm glad it saved me from having to install other programs. If testing with Alt plus Escape turns out favorably for you, then you can go to System Settings is greater than Keyboard is greater than Shortcuts is greater than Navigation and reassign Alt plus Tab to perform the navigation task that was previously assigned to Alt plus Escape. In my settings this task is named Switch Windows directly.
Little help. Alt plus Tab and then when you have grouped windows Alt plus helps a bit.
Yeah.